Hi, I'm LDS in Medium, and thank you so much for tuning in today. I want to try to bring religion and spirituality closer together, and this is what this pod is all about. I will talk about my own thoughts and feelings as I am both LDS and have spiritual gifts, something that I've had my whole life, but I always thought that it was hard to combine these gifts with my religion. This has torn me into two directions, and I have talked to many people who feel the same way. I can't choose not to have my spiritual gifts, but I can choose how I use them. And I always want to use them for good and to help others. I believe my heavenly parents gave them to me for a reason. So, this is me. Join my quest for knowledge.
Hi, it's time for another sister episode. It's been a long time since I had an episode all by myself, so here it goes. This is the testimony that I gave today in Sacrament meeting. I apologize in advance if I cry. I always cry when I feel the Spirit very strongly, and I've had this since I was a child, and that's why I didn't usually like to go up and give my testimony or speak in front of everybody, but it's something that I'm working on getting through because I really want to share, especially these spiritual experiences that I've had with the others in my ward. So here goes. This episode is called Walk on Water. When I was a child, I was really fascinated with the story about Christ walking on the water. There's the image when the apostles are sitting in a boat and Christ is standing on the water and he's stretching out his hand for the apostles to come and join him. I always loved that image, and I thought as a child, I thought it would be very, very cool to be able to walk on water. I've always had a lot of fantasy and imagination, so I always tried to see if I could do it. So that was just a little bit before this story. As we mentioned before, our temple here in Sweden is closed for renovations. But last year, and in the beginning of this year, I was blessed to go visit a temple, and I've been to 3 different countries and 4 different temples. I went to the London temple, the Helsinki temple in Finland, and also I've been to the temple in Sao Paulo, and in the beginning of the year I went to the temple in Brasilia. I used to live in Brasilia about 23 years ago. Time flies. But they didn't have a temple then, and so this time when I was going back, I was very happy to learn that they had a temple. So I just wanted to touch briefly about visions. We can all have visions, but we might not have the same kind of visit as Joseph Smith had when he saw the Father and the Son. Usually my visions come as images in my head, and most of the time it comes when I'm in the temple. Maybe it's because I'm closer to our Heavenly Father there. Maybe it's because I pay more attention and listen better. And so I've had a couple of visions when I was in the temple. And usually it's an experience that sticks with me, a vision that comes and pops into my mind that I wasn't thinking about at the time, or sometimes it even surprises me when it comes. So that's kind of how I know it's not my imagination or something like that. But now I wanted to talk about my latest vision that I had. So I was in Brasilia and I was getting into the taxi to go to the temple. It started raining so much that it was hard to see the cars in front of us. It was coming down very, very fast. I didn't have an umbrella, and the only thing I had was my bag with my clothes. So I said a quick prayer and I said, Heavenly Father, please let it stop raining before I reach the temple. I came to the temple and it just stopped raining, so I was able to get out and walk across the temple grounds. So Brasilia Temple is not very big. It's a beautiful white building with pools of water on each side when you come up. They have white marble stones that you walk on, like a pavement towards the temple. Because of the heavy rain, there was a lot of water on the stones as I was walking. And, I was kind of like hurrying to get up there, have a time to get there by, and need to change the clothes and get dressed. But as I'm walking up towards the temple doors, this image pops into my mind of Jesus when he's standing outside the boat. I look down and I see the water under my sandals, and suddenly I understood that I'm walking on water. The apostle that stepped out of the boat and walked towards Christ and then started sinking. That's all of us when we lose faith. But I was walking up towards the house of God, knowing that He is there. And I know that the work that we do there is so important. And as I was walking up towards the temple doors, I was walking on water.
Be the light, share the light, spread the light, and shine. This is my journey. Thank you so much for keeping me company today. Please download, like, share, and subscribe, and help spread the light and spread the word to expand our community. Let's bring more love, peace, and unity to this world. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Always be grateful, kind, and loving. Be brave and remember to step out of your comfort zone and smile. If you support us on Patreon, you will get access to our meditations and extra materials so you can download them as MP3. Also, we now have a Facebook group, which you can access from our Facebook community. Please answer the questions as you apply to participate. It will be a safe haven where we can keep discussing religion and spirituality, our spiritual gifts, and self-development. Remember, one person can make a difference, but together we can change the world.